Hey everyone, good morning and welcome back to Crypto Conversation. Today, this morning, we're going to cover some interesting news. So, one of the things that I really noticed about the Indian exchanges is that they started adding crypto to crypto exchange after the recent RBI announcement. What surprises me, why are they adding it now? Is it kind of a preparation that they still want to continue the operations even after the banks stop the transactions? But why did they not do it earlier, right? And in my opinion, I think people would still prefer an exchange like Binance and others over these exchanges. So the recent news is that Coinex has added about 23 new trading pairs. So what are the 23 new pairs? There are 8 with Bitcoin, there are 9 with Ethereum, and there are some with Ripple as well. So for crypto to crypto trading, there are 9 Bitcoin trading pairs, 6 Ether, 8 Ripple. Okay, so this is completely different. Now, this is something that Coinex did. This is something that also Zepe did. UnoCoin has not done this. CoinDelta has not done. So there are few exchanges were adding crypto to crypto. I'm very curious to know from you, why do you think they were adding crypto to crypto? Are they preparing themselves for the ban? Because in my opinion, the only problem that they're solving was fiat to crypto conversion. That was the only reason why these exchanges were important. For these crypto to crypto services, there are so many other exchanges which people can opt for. So they should rather try and speak to the officials for importance of cryptocurrency transactions and ask them to let them operate with the banks services instead of changing into cryptocurrencies, crypto to crypto. I don't see it solving any problem, but let me know your opinion. In the terms of the market cap looks pretty good, pretty positive. There are slightly a little bit of red out there, like 1%, 2%, but not much of a major difference. Bitcoin still at about 9,400. The whole market cap is also at 437. I would like to see the steady and slow growth instead of having that bull run. So if you're a Charlie, if you are a Litecoin holder, there's another shocking news for you. So if you remember, Charlie Lee has recently said that to make Litecoin more decentralized, eventually I would have to step away. Now, this is a similar thing that this guy did back in January or February when he sold all his Litecoin at the all-time high, which was about $350, and shocked everyone, right? And of course, the hodlers were not very happy with his decision that how could he actually sell all his Litecoin. Now, be prepared for another one. So Litecoin, so Charlie Lee is saying that I will have to step away from the leadership position as well. So since he is a creator, of course, he guides, not really guides, but then there is always an importance of being a leader, right? In any protocol, correct? Like Vitalik for Ethereum. Imagine if Vitalik says that I'm no more talking about Ethereum. The Ethereum price is going to go down because people are going to sell off, right? And now the similar thing that is going to happen with Charlie Lee. So Charlie Lee might step down. So he might just step away from Litecoin completely. So in my opinion, he's just trying to be another Satoshi Nakamoto and trying to show the world that Litecoin can operate without me, which is great in a way, but it might just impact the price also, right? So he says Litecoin is more centralized because I am around. So it has more centralized development team and has more centralized foundation. So basically, another one that I want to share, this is something that I am surprised because John Mcafee treating these kind of things, even though I enjoy these kind of tweets, honestly, keeps bashing Jamie Dimon all the time. So the recent one is that I feel sad about Jamie Dimon as my foil. Poor bastard must be scared shitless at the prospect of his near infinite power evaporating in the dust of cryptocurrencies. Basically telling Jamie Dimon that I pity Jamie Dimon because he is going to lose his infinite power because of the recent cryptocurrencies. But he said, I just can't help myself. So John Mcafee, there again, bashing Jamie Dimon, right? Interesting. Another one is that Chilean. So this is very interesting, and especially for the Indian regulators as well. So what happened in Chile is all the banks actually stopped the exchanges from any transactions, and then they went to the court, the same thing that happened in India, and the court asked them to re-support or open up the exchanges support. And this is what the minister has to say there. So he says that we want to actually adopt this technology. So he says that we cannot stay out of these innovations. So why did we reopen? Because we cannot stay out of these innovations, outside of this economy of the future. We are not the ones who artificially put a lock on them so they cannot happen. So because that's quite true. So what it means is that we cannot actually officially put a lock even by banning cryptocurrency exchanges. So rather be a part of it. And he also said that what interests us about cryptocurrencies is basically giving them the opportunity to develop, because they are an important innovations that is happening in the world. You have to give them a chance. Hope this message also goes to the regulators in India and they also take back their decision. I am pretty positive that the RBI decision will be taken off, guys. Let me know, what do you think? Again, this is not a financial or investment advice, but let me know, what do you think? Will they actually reward their decision, or do you think the banks will really stop supporting the cryptocurrency exchange? This is very interesting once again, and the reason I want to cover is Bitcoin. Warren Buffett is because a lot of people have said that if Warren Buffett has said that Bitcoin is a mirage, Bitcoin is not an investment, then there has to be something behind it. So if he's the biggest investor, if he's saying that, I wouldn't get into it. Now, one thing that people never notice is that he is also the same guy, and this is something I spoke about earlier, is that Warren Buffett is also somebody who never invested into any technology. So till now, so this was a tweet. He says this comes from a guy who completely missed the internet and still does not use email, right? So you really want to follow, so since Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are into technology, you really want to follow people who have invested in technology. For example, Tim Draper, who invested in Hotmail. For example, Winklevoss brother, who invested in Facebook. Not invested rather, but they were the founders, right? So this is the major difference. This is a major difference. And Warren Buffett never invested into any technology. He doesn't use internet. So obviously for him, investing into cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, understanding them is a far bigger thing. This is not much. This is basically a bitcoin.org, if you are aware of. So they did some changes. So if you go onto bitcoin.org, this is the page that you will see here. This is an introductory video of what Bitcoin is, and then it says fast peer-to-peer worldwide payments, low processing fee. Obviously, this website is owned by a person, but Bitcoin is not owned by. So Bitcoin is not a company, it's not an organization, it's just a protocol, right? A decentralized protocol. So this had a change considering there was a recent high fee in the Bitcoin transactions, and also so this was changed to high. This was removed because this was a low. Okay, they had to remove this because the fee was high and fast. Again, this was a very slow. So they changed it to something else. They changed it to peer-to-peer transaction, borderless payments, and fraud protection. But again, they changed it back to what it was. Interesting. And the last one is, of course, the Venezuela. This is a very interesting case. Now, the reason I'm repeating this once again and yesterday is because Venezuela has proposed India that if they use Petrodollar, which is backed by their petrol. One of the interesting facts that I also came to know that Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserve, guys. That's about 300 billion barrels. The world's largest oil producer, Saudi Arabia, is distant second, which is 266 billion. So Venezuela is on number one when it comes to oil production, which 300 billion barrels. And then comes Saudi Arabia, which 266 billion barrels. And they have given an offer to India that if you pay me with the petrodollar, with their own cryptocurrencies, you will get about 30% off on the prices, which is amazing. I mean, why not take it? Again, there's a question mark from Donald Trump whether this petro is actually backed by the petrol or not, whether it's just there's a lot of stories behind petrol, right? But this is a very good. I mean, tomorrow there might be another company which will have a similar proposal for India. So clearly, all these these countries are adopting cryptocurrency technology. So there's something for India to look at. Recently, also he had approached the chief executive Mohit Kals, they have approached CoinSecure for them to be listed on CoinSecure so that people can start buying and selling Petro coin as well. So he wanted to host a conference in India where President Nicholas Wilmodra would have pitched for Petro. So this is very interesting that a currency which is backed by petrol has now started pitching. So he's not only pitching India, because he has pitched other countries as well. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden you see Petrodollar being accepted by all these countries and also by traded in some of the exchanges. By the way, they have made a plan that in the month of May, they're going to list Petro on one of these exchanges as well. So that's all I have for you right now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your opinion. What do you think about these Indian exchanges converting to fiat to crypto, like ZPay and Coinex? Do you think it's worth it? Let me know your opinion in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.